Alright, so the blood has been sitting here. It's starting to separate the plasma from the clot. And so I try to preserve it the best way I know how, is just keeping it in glass jars. And I can portion out some to keep in the fridge to drink fresh. And then another portion I can use to vacuum seal and freeze to use later. Because if you freeze it while it's fresh, it still has all the living enzymes, and so it's still, you know, as alive as you can possibly get. And so what I'll do is I'll jar up a few, and I'll vacuum seal some for freezing, and then leave the rest in the fridge or drink in the next couple of days. Sometimes the first day after a kill, I'll drink a full cup or two just to replenish my electrolytes. Pick up the clots and pour some of the plasma. Two. Three. This one here I'll just drink out of. See? Bottoms up.
Very hydrating.
I'll drink a little bit of that and then hydrate again with water, because I don't know if you can tell from looking, but it's about 85 degrees out there and I was sweating up pretty good.
Yeah, it's getting hot.
Glad we got all the stuff in out there early. Okay. But what I'll do now is I'll show my vacuum sealer, and it's something I've learned. If you just put jars directly in the freezer full of blood, sometimes they will crack, like the expansion. But if you have a vacuum seal attachment for a food saver like this that fits wide mouth jars, you know, you should be able to order them, and they just have an attachment that will attach directly to your vacuum sealer.
Yeah.
And you can use the attachment. See, power it up and turn on. Here we are. And that sucks the oxygen out, and it creates a vacuum so that when it freezes, it doesn't expand and break the glass. But also by sucking the oxygen out, it prevents oxidation. Say if you have to have something in the freezer for a year or so, you know, it'll stay good. You can just put it in the bottom of your deep freeze, and then when you need it, you can just get it out whenever. So I'll seal a couple of them, and I'll leave one out fresh. These two you can set up in the freezer, or for now I'm just going to set them in here to chill. I'll let them chill out, and then I'll label them and throw them in the freezer later. And then my two ones I want to keep fresh, put over here. And while we're in here, before everything chills, since it's just been put away, I like to let it chill a few hours. See, the fat is still not solidified, it's still like liquidy. And so I'm going to wait a few hours for all that to solidify before I can come in and start putting things away for long term. But things you want to get quickly before they start to leach out, like the gallbladder, what will happen is if you leave the gallbladder sitting on the liver, the bile will start to just leach out, and it'll make the liver sour. which, you know, it's a matter of taste, but you might as well just separate that out. And this might not be for everybody, but, you know, there's ox bile as a supplement, but you can actually bleed the gallbladder out. See, that's bile. And where this animal hadn't eaten for the day, what it does is the gallbladder fills up and gets prepared for the next big meal, and so it's full of bile. And what's really good for a digestive tonic, and I won't do it without a chaser because it is so bitter, but you can drink a little bit.
Gotta try a little bit of it.
Yeah. You might have to use a blood chaser.
Let me.
It's more intense than you'd ever imagine.
I'll just give it a shot.
No, to give it a little. No, just a little nip. Maybe half a shot glass.
Ooh. Oh yeah, that's.
You can.
Ooh.
It awakens the enzymes. Like all of a sudden.
Wow.
Like you can feel it awaken.
That's the strongest thing I've ever probably put in my mouth. Wow.
Pure bile. It's not the capsulated, freeze-dried stuff in capsules.
Yeah. That almost tastes like alcohol or something. Like a strong alcohol.
It's a solvent. It dissolves fats. And so it dissolves fats and proteins in the body, and it helps just wake up the digestion. And there are so many people with weak digestion that would probably benefit from being able to have stuff like this available.
Yeah, I think I need that chaser.
I warned you. Now, I've been doing this for years, and it's still strong on me.
Well, yeah, it wasn't bad at first, but it kind of lingers.
Because it attaches itself like almost to the back of the throat, and then you feel it. And then it causes the release of your own saliva. It almost increases your own digestive juice excretion.
That was almost like as strong as like a shot of grain alcohol or something. That was crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll put this away for later. So, like I said, I might have a shot of it later with my main meal when I eat dinner tonight. And so, yeah, the liver, the spleen, other fatty material. I'm just going to stack in here and let it chill out for a few hours. Then we'll come back later and cut it up and pack it away. And I'll show how I preserve the liver for later.